The latest information for you this morning.
And LCG creating a commission as the answer to the Protect the City Committee amid growing citizen concern for the city. Those details just ahead.
And it could turn out to be a pretty rainy day. We'll give you the latest on those rain chances coming up.
From Fox 15, News 15 Today starts now.
Good morning. You're watching News 15 Today. I'm Carter Simino.
Good morning. I'm Alex Forsell. Thanks so much for tuning in.
We start the morning off by getting a check on the weather with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier.
Yes, Adam, good morning. Could we see some more rain across Acadiana today?
The answer is yes, and we're already seeing it in parts of the area, Alex and Carter. Look at the showers and thunderstorms. If you're in St. Mary Parish, Iberia Parish, it has been quite a rough morning out there. We're also starting to notice, you see down here off the coast, showers and thunderstorms lifting to the north. And that gives you the sense that later on today, we'll be tracking some more storms in parts of Acadiana. So we'll start out where it's raining currently. New Iberia, it's just to your south and east. You go maybe a mile down the road on Highway 90 from New Iberia, and you're starting to see that rain. That stretches all the way down 90 into Morgan City, where there's some pretty heavy rain falling right now. And again, more of those heavy showers and storms building up offshore. Now to Jeff Davis, Acadia Parishes, most of the shower activity has settled down. A few showers here right along I-10 just to the west of Crawley. A few more rain showers up towards Opelousas. We're tracking those rain chances. And going forward through your morning time, here come those showers and storms lifting northward. Could help to keep us on the cooler side. Maybe not even hitting 80 degrees by lunchtime. That would be nice. It does mean, though, that we will be seeing more rain later on today. Those details on just how rainy it gets coming up.
Okay, sounds good, Adam. We'll be checking back with you throughout the morning. Well, this morning, a Lafayette woman is behind bars accused of illegally entering a home in Carencro. Also accused of hitting a second victim with her vehicle as she left the scene. Miriama Guidry is facing charges of attempted second-degree murder and home invasion. Guidry is being held in the Lafayette Parish Correctional Center on a $100,000 bond. No word yet on the extent of injuries sustained by the victim who was hit by the car.
Well, in Acadia Parish, authorities need your help finding a utility trailer that was stolen on Saturday. The trailer pictured on your screen was stolen in the 1900 block of Ebby Street in Church Point. It's described as being 24 feet long and black with a spare tire attached to the passenger side. On your screen is also the license plate number. Anyone with information should contact Detective Chris Roberts at 337-788-8726.
Two teenagers were hit by a vehicle Sunday night on Mesh Road, northeast of Rayne. The investigation reveals the teens were speaking to someone in a vehicle which had stopped near their location. A second vehicle was approaching and did not see the teens in the roadway, ultimately hitting them. Both teens received minor to moderate injuries. This investigation is ongoing.
The Acadia Parish Sheriff's Office continues to investigate a complaint of shots fired on I-10 Sunday. Police arrested Charles Hill and Antoine Holtz in Egan. Both men admitted to firing shots in the air because someone was following them. Police found two firearms in the car, and both men were booked into the parish jail for illegal discharge of a firearm.
A busy day for Louisiana State Police. Within 3 hours, state troopers investigated two separate fatal crashes in Acadia Parish yesterday. The first crash occurring around 8 yesterday morning on I-10 west of Dusson. The crash claimed the life of 30-year-old John Cooper Guidry of Iowa and 34-year-old Joshua Lee Babineau of Lafayette. This crash remains under investigation.
Well, the second crash occurring around 11 a.m. on Interstate 10 near Jennings. The crash claimed the life of the driver, whose name is being withheld at this time, pending notification of next of kin. But despite being properly restrained, the driver sustained fatal injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene. Toxicology results are pending on all drivers for both crashes, although impairment is not expected.
An argument led to an arrest of a man in Jefferson Davis Parish. Deputies arrested Michael Kratzer at a residence a short time after the incident happened. Kratzer was charged for domestic abuse, battery with child endangerment, criminal damage to property, and flight from an officer. This was Kratzer's fourth arrest by the Sheriff's Department.
And another arrest was made following a traffic stop in Jefferson Davis Parish. Deputies stopped the vehicle that both Kimball Romero and Jerry Touchette were in because of no taillights. During questioning and search, deputies discovered drugs and paraphernalia. Romero and Touchette were both booked into the parish jail for tail lamps, possession of drug paraphernalia, and other drug-related charges.
The Lafayette Parish Council voted unanimously to create a so-called City-Parish Alignment Commission. It will more or less be the Parish Council's answer to the City Council's Protect the City Committee, which is poised to recommend the formation of a charter commission and possible deconsolidation of Lafayette consolidated government. Councilman Kadn successfully offered an amendment to reduce the time for the commission to do its work from 2 years to 6 months. Here's what one councilman said prior to the vote.
We say, hit the pause button so we can better inform ourselves by means of an ongoing performance, financial, and process review.
The vote came more than an hour and a half after some heated debate and comments from citizens, most of whom opposed the formation of the committee and urged parish council members to support the formation of a charter commission.
Well, student loans are now the second largest amount of debt for households here in the United States. And with the fall semester right around the corner, a lot of college students say they use loans to pay for tuition and fees. However, they were not aware of a potential increase.
With the interest rates going up, I think since we are like seniors, that we're kind of like grandfathered in, and for it to like kind of go up when we're like pretty much towards the end, it is kind of confusing.
While the new rates are still fairly low, they will begin to reset at the start of July every year, according to the federal law based on the 10-year Treasury note auction in May. For more information, head to our website, kadn.com.
The St. Landry Parish School Board is hosting a summer career fair. The school board is hiring for paraprofessionals, food service techs, teachers, and other staff to join their team. If you're interested, stop by the Park Vista Elementary School on July 13th between 9 a.m. and noon. For more information, you can contact Clark Dunbar at the email address on your screen.
And a reminder, you can catch up on continued coverage of the latest news around Acadiana and the state by visiting our website at kadn.com. Still to come, the chief of police in Ville Platte is warning business owners of counterfeit bills floating around the area. We'll tell you what to look out for coming up.
And we are tracking showers and thunderstorms just offshore looking to make their way around the area. Later on, we'll let you know if there are any drier days in your forecast coming up.
And coming up next, we have Tech Talk with Chris Rader. We're speaking about the most recent ransomware attack in the U.S. That's right after the break.
Saya. Okay. Yep. You got it. 2 minutes? Okay. If you're on an island, I'm on a telephone pole with a pelican about 100 miles away from you. Standing on one foot.
Welcome back to News 15 today. Another cyber attack in the news this week with the Kaseya cyber attack. Joining us now is friend of the show and local tech expert Chris Rader to kind of explain what's going on. Chris, what can you tell us about this most recent attack?
Good morning, Carter. So this is a company called Kaseya. It's based in Dublin, Ireland, and they have a headquarters in Miami. They write software for MSPs, which stands for Managed Service Providers. These are computer companies that take care of businesses' computer needs. So they have this software called VSA that they use, the computer companies, to work on computers at different businesses. And what happened on July 2nd, which was Friday, they found some hackers, we'll call them hackers, found a vulnerability in the software, and they went ahead and they used it to their liking, and then they asked for 70 million bitcoins after they went through the computer companies and went to their customers and infected anywhere from 800 to 1,500 companies and encrypted their files so they couldn't work again, and they asked for $70 million in ransomware. So Carter, this was a tough one.
Yeah, absolutely. And, initial reports are saying that this is a non-governmental Russian cyber attack group. Chris, how does this affect us at home? Is there ways to prevent this? And does this affect our home computers and devices?
So that's a really good question, Carter, and I'll answer it in a couple different ways, but let me start at the top. If you have a computer at home that's from your business and this software was on it, and it was also on a server, not in the cloud, and I don't want to get too technical or too complicated, but you could have been at risk on this one. But I think a better question would be, well, maybe not a better question, but to answer it in another way, Carter, is this is just one software that links to many computers. It's almost like this particular one links to many computers. So if you have something at home that's linked to a service and that service gets compromised, and I'm not going to put any company names out there because it could happen to anybody, Carter, then you are vulnerable and it could absolutely happen.
Well, Chris, we'll have to talk about this some more later on, maybe next week, and we'll talk to you at least then at some point. We always appreciate your input and your advice. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Carter.
Well, still to come, an investigation is underway into a body found in a median on Interstate 55 yesterday. We'll give you the latest information later in the show. But first, it's another stormy day, most likely around Acadiana. Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier tracking those rain chances in your forecast next. It's 7:12 on your Wednesday morning.
Always tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Welcome back. It is 7:15. Parts of Acadiana saw some slow-moving heavy storms yesterday afternoon.
And everyone's wondering if we can expect more of that today. Let's get the latest from Adam. What can you tell us?
Well, Carter and Alex, we are tracking some more showers and thunderstorms. A very messy morning down into Iberia, St. Mary Parish. Good news for you is things have kind of faded away. We do have some heavier rain developing into Vermilion, and then just offshore, some very big storms that are lifting northbound. So we're going to have to keep an eye on those. Now, again, in St. Mary and Iberia, mostly just some light rain, though there's still some pockets of heavier rain over towards Morgan City. This is starting to break up, and you should start seeing some drier conditions, at least for a little while. Back to the west, though, a different story. You're in Intracoastal City right now. Well, you got some rain not that far away from you. In fact, in the next 5 minutes or so, expect this batch of rain to work its way up towards you and then head northbound. Maybe, if it holds together, reaching Abbeville, but that's kind of a big question mark at this point in time. We are looking at some light showers out there around Iota and Crowley. These may not even be reaching the ground. A few more up towards Opelousas. And as mentioned, the earlier rain in Jeff Davis Parish has since faded, though maybe a few showers have perked up near Lake Arthur, at least a few raindrops. It certainly looks like it should be raining I-10 at Ambassador with gray skies. You can see the clouds off in the distance, lots of them building back there to the north. And this is going to lead to some more gray conditions, more rain chances in the forecast. Right now, cloudy in Lafayette, a temperature of 77 degrees, but going forward, by 9 o'clock, showers and thunderstorms will be possible. Not extremely likely, but we'll keep an eye on that. And then into the afternoon hours, well, we'll see scattered showers and storms as our temperatures climb into the mid-80s. Let's talk about the tropics, though, because we have Elsa, which is spinning its way up along the Florida peninsula right now. 999 with that pressure and winds of 65 miles per hour. Now, it's got a big tail of very heavy rain stretching from Cape Coral, Fort Myers, up along 95 even, so it stretches across the peninsula. This is 75 that runs along the west coast. 95 runs along the east coast, and that's where we're seeing some of the heaviest rain. But as we get in a little bit tighter here to where the center of the storm is, this is where we're seeing that circulation here. Now, this is Dixie County, this little bend right here, and Steinhatchee and over towards Horseshoe Beach. This is the area it looks to move ashore. Cedar Key is getting in on the worst of the weather right now. All this headed up towards the north and east with the system. Again, right now, 65-mile-per-hour winds expected to stay a tropical storm as it moves through the Carolinas, exits the coast around Virginia, and maybe bring some squally weather to New York and Boston. So we'll keep you up to date on that, but it is not headed our way. What we are looking at, scattered showers and storms, heavy at times today and tomorrow, finally starting to kind of break up as we get towards the weekend, but that means we get hot, those temperatures climbing to around 90 degrees both Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, well, Adam, thank you for that. We'll check back with you in just a bit.
Sure will. Still to come later in our next half hour, local appliance stores are experiencing household parts shortages. We tell you what you need to know. But up next, News 15's Al Abair is out at the Lafayette Public Library making his way through a jungle of books. We'll take you there right after this break to see what he's up to.
Storm Track 15's Tracking the Tropics, brought to you by Lafayette Roofing.
Welcome back. DOTD announcing nightly lane closures over in St. Martin Parish until July 15th. Exit 103 on I-49 to exit 109 will be closed. Crews are applying epoxy overlay to the bridge decks. No detours are necessary. However, you may experience some delays as a result of this closure.
Here in Lafayette Parish, Ambassador Caffrey Parkway between Youngsville Highway and Shemin-Metairie Road will have outside lane closures. Those closures start Thursday at 8 p.m. and will go until Friday at 6 a.m. Crews are working on the construction of a right turn lane.
Police Chief Neil Lartigue in Ville Platte is urging business owners to pay close attention to the cash they're getting from customers. Lartigue warning businesses of reports of counterfeit bills being distributed in $1, $5, and $10 denominations. The Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System says that the best way to tell if a bill is genuine, make sure there's a watermark and security thread. If you think you've come across a counterfeit bill, notify local law enforcement. The Lafayette Public Library always has some cool things going on in the name of education.
This is true. Al Aber is out learning all about their summer reading programs. We're going to send it out to him now. Al, how's it going?
Hey, you know, Carter, Alex, it's amazing here. This is a great world. I'm here with children's librarian Criddle. Now, only one name, Criddle, like Madonna, you know, like Cher, it's Criddle. Criddle. Let's talk a little bit about summer reading, kind of help us with that.
Absolutely. Well, here at the library, we're doing our annual summer reading challenge. We're challenging the entire community of Lafayette to read 2 million minutes altogether, which isn't really that much. We just need everyone to read 600 minutes or like 10 minutes a day for the 2 months of the program. If you go to any of our libraries, you can just sign up, or you can sign up from your computer at home, and you can grab a reading log, and you just fill it out and come get your prize.
Now, what I love about Criddle's story, you've been coming here since you were a child, right?
I have, yes.
And you always wanted to be a librarian.
According to my mother, I've known I wanted to be a librarian since I was 3 years old.
How cool is that? I mean, I love that story. Now, I'm going to step out of the way because I want John to take a look at this back here. Criddle, you drew this, right?
I did, yeah. They're actually life-size. We have several different animals here in our department here at the main library that are life-size animals from the African savanna.
And because we're doing the summer safari, right?
Exactly, right. And each of the main branches has a different environmental theme. So we're the African savanna. West, for example, is the Australian outback. South is the Louisiana wetlands.
I like that. And I didn't realize warthogs were this size. I thought they would have been larger.
Yeah, some can be a little larger. I kind of went with an average size. At the shoulder, he's 2.5 feet tall. And that's life size right there.
Hey, that's how educational this show is. You won't find out how tall a warthog is on any other morning show, right, Carter and Alex? We're going to go back to you for more really educational stuff. This is great.
I don't know why you would learn that on any other show, but we're glad we're learning it this morning, Al.
We're so glad. Yes, Al. Thank you for that. We're going to check back shortly. Up next, Louisiana Senator John Kennedy weighs in on the critical race theory debate during an interview with Fox News. We hear his take after the break.
Welcome back to News 15 today. The Tangipahoa Sheriff's Office launching an investigation into a body that was found in a median on Interstate 55 yesterday. The body was found by a grass-cutting work crew near exit 28 in Hammond. NBC affiliate WDSU reporting that the body has been in that location for possibly 30 days. Anyone with information on this matter is asked to call TPSO or Crime Stoppers at the number at the bottom of your screen.
Well, could a federal investigation of Louisiana State Police be getting underway soon?
Well, members of the Legislative Black Caucus said they're sending a letter to the Justice Department requesting an investigation of the agency. This after state police evidently tried to cover up the death of Ronald Green, the North Louisiana man who died in a violent arrest by troopers in 2019 following a high-speed chase.
State police originally said Green died in a crash, but Associated Press uncovered body cam footage more than a year and a half later, showing Green died during the arrest.
I think we owe it to the people of our great state to have the federal government to come in and do this full-scale, top-to-bottom patterns and practice to make sure that what we are seeing happen in the state police is eradicated.
On the bright side, caucus members pointed to passing 16 of 18 police reform measures during the recent legislative session, including new standards for body cam and dash cam usage and banning chokeholds. Louisiana Senator John Kennedy condemning critical race theory in an interview. Kennedy stressing in an interview with Fox News' Bill Hemmer regarding the controversial theory following the National Education Association's statement in support of teaching it in public schools. Kennedy saying that he believes most Americans care about character more than they do race. At one point he says, quote, critical race theory teaches that the primary reason that America was founded was to maintain white supremacy, not freedom, not rule of law, not equal opportunity, not personal responsibility, but white supremacy, end quote. Well, still to come, Tropical Storm Elsa hits the Florida Keys and is taking aim at the northern Florida Gulf this morning. We bring you the latest on its damage in just a bit.
And taking a look outside, gloomy skies with 70s for those temperatures. At least we're kind of protected from the afternoon heat and humidity for now. Details on that coming up.